Welcome to another episode of Two ManDem Talk Movies. I'll be your host, Kwame.
And I'm your host, Enigma, and you know what we do, man. We break down these movies in a real ManDem way.
You know.
I'm all excited because we're going into something that's, some would say, impossible.
Yeah.
And that is the 8th installment of the Mission Impossible franchise.
Mission Impossible, the final reckoning. Kind of fucks them up on the 7th movie because they call it Dead Reckoning Part 1, but there's no Part 2.
Yeah.
Stop changing the name at the last minute.
Yeah, because it wasn't well received.
Literally. You know what I'm saying? Literally supposed to be Dead Reckoning Part 2, but no, Final Reckoning. Let's just change it. Some George Lucas business. Make your mind up, guys.
Bro, how did you feel about Tom Cruise's possible last go around?
In dissing, I know I was just dissing, I love the movie. So let me just contrast it by saying that. No, I absolutely loved it. I think it was great. A lot of fun, a lot of frills and spills, crazy action as always is what you need to learn to expect when it comes to Thomas Jackson Cruise.
Yeah.
The man is a legend. He did what he said he would do, craziest stunts. Sometimes you almost think like this has got to be green screen, bruv, because there's absolutely no need for you to do these things for real. Like, seriously, like when you watch it, you actually think like, Tom, you know you didn't need to do this. Yeah. Because I must admit, compared to the other stunts that he's done in the previous 3 movies, this was the least noticeable.
It will come down.
Yeah, because it definitely doesn't touch the stunt at the beginning of 5. 5 is the jumbo jet.
Jumbo jet is,
That's beginning of 5, right?
Doesn't touch the jumbo jet.
Doesn't touch the helicopter fight.
Burj Khalifa.
I was saving that for last because Burj Khalifa to me is the best. The best stunt he's never going to touch that. Yeah.
And I mean, look, outside of the airplane one, the airplane scene in Final Reckoning, other big scene was really the underwater stuff, which was
Now this was my issue, and I want to again try tread light water here, not go too deep. There was a lot of replayments. Let me just call it that. I'm saying replayments. That is not a word, but replayments in the sense that we've seen them before in previous Mission movies. They've rehashed certain things that we've seen. Yeah. So they went a little deeper than what they did in number 5. You know, because obviously number 5 was when he had to go to the underground thing and plug the thing in, and then he had to do it all while holding his breath for 2 minutes and shit. They kind of redid that scene, but on a bigger, more dangerous level, basically. Yeah. But it's ultimately the same kind of impossible mission that we've kind of seen already.
Yeah.
But it was way worse. So let's not get twisted. That one was crazy. This one's worse. And that's hard to beat. This one actually was kind of insane. Like it was almost like it got to a level where you could almost say it was a bit stupid because it was kind of unrealistic. Yeah. But in the world of suspending disbelief, it was great.
With you, I think if you're a Mission Impossible fan, you're going to definitely love this movie. As I said in our Out of Theatre review, love letter to Mission Impossibles, links a lot of previous Mission Impossibles. I did like Tom. You know, he kind of has to make amends for all of these choices he's made. But we even joked in our fictional face-off how many people have died within Ethan Hunt's watch have died. You kind of go and say there's a lot of people that he has to have to get revenge for, that he's going to feel sorry for. And I like how they played on the guilt that he might feel on, and because of that, he kind of has to go on this last impossible mission, basically working for the enemy to try and stop the entity.
Right.
Yeah. I like Hayley Atwell as an addition to the team. I think she works well. Dope to see Simon Pegg as well. Obviously, continues to do his thing. We kind of was look. If you were going to ask me who's going to die, I was going to say Ving Rhames at the beginning.
I thought he was going to die 2 movies ago. I wasn't surprised that he was going to die.
He was on borrowed time.
He was always on borrowed time for a good few years. Yeah. Face was getting wider. We knew he was going to go. It was inevitable. Sorry, Ving. I love you, Ving.
His face was white.
It's like they needed widescreen. They needed to shoot this in IMAX. They needed to shoot on an IMAX camera. Ving's face is spreading like a motherfucker. Seriously.
But his death, I liked his death.
It was an honourable. They could not have used his death in a better way. And yes, I know this is a spoiler, but if you are a follower of missions, you would have known this was coming.
Yeah.
You would have known this was coming.
Yeah.
Especially if they killed Ilsa Faust in the first part, somebody else was going to die in this part.
Yeah.
You know? And I must say, she died the worst, most pointless death in Mission 7. I didn't like her dying.
No, I didn't like her death. And I'm just going to link that to the final reckoning.
Yeah.
I'm just giving this some props, but the villain, Gabriel, Gabriel?
Yeah.
I'm just going to be honest, bro. I think I've said it before. I don't really like the actor himself.
You didn't like S.I. Morales?
We don't believe you need more people.
Yeah,
I think he works on shows like a Narcos or he was in Ozark as well. He works on those shows, but for me, he doesn't have movie star quality.
Do you know why? And you know why I think you're 100% right? Because let's be real, it's a massive step down. And I'm sorry, S.I. Morales, to say this to you, but he was a massive step down from the villain from the 2 previous movies.
I'll get on to the point that I said it straight away as soon as the movie finished, but it was too long for me. Yeah, it was just too long for me. It was 45 minutes too long. I understand.
45.
It was half an hour at least. Half an hour, 45 minutes. Yeah. It was a swan song to the saga. So I know there's a lot of stuff to cover, but there was a lot of dead time, man. I'm not even gonna lie. There was a lot of dead time. Even all of the war room stuff, that was so predictable. The Angela Bassett. I loved every actor within that room.
But it wasn't really
needed. It was not needed, bro. We don't realize how many times we went back to the war room.
I mean, the only part that I feel had any real... Okay, there was 2 parts that kind of had gravitas, and that was when he first appears in front of the panel, so to speak, and tells them what's going to happen. That scene was needed. That was dope, because we don't really see Ethan arrested. He's never really been arrested. And the fact that they had to let him go. I think they should have dramatized him being let go, though. They should have used that more. They should have. They didn't use it enough. I think they should have done a whole drama of him fake escaping or something. Like she really helped him get away, but they didn't. I think they wasted that, if I'm honest. And then the other scene was when the agent switched and tried to murk everybody, and then they got him. That was okay, but they wasted it. That was a wasted scene. And I know they used it to try again, get some gravitas and pull us in. And get some apathy. Didn't work. Not really. We only cared a little bit that soldier died, but we didn't like him enough to care enough. It probably would have actually been better if the other guy got shot, not the general. Hulk McClellan. If he had got shot, that nigga right there.
I don't know. For me, there was a lot of dialogue heavy. For me, again, Mission is known for its action, and there weren't enough action. I'm just going to be honest with you. There weren't enough action. But I can appreciate the dialogue and the links, and I understand with this type of story, to tell it, you couldn't have bang bang all the time. There was a lot of ground that they wanted to cover. But again, that feeds into, for me, it being a bit too long. But love the performances, love, again, Tom as Ethan Hunt. For a man that's had a legendary career, for me, this is obviously my favourite role that he's ever played. But dope to see the team. And I like the new team, how it came together. Even the cop, the black cop that kind of decided to join the team.
Love that element.
Love that element. Obviously, my girl from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I love her too. She's dope.
Her character.
Great character,
like how she joined the team, what she brought to the team.
Yeah. This one gets a 9 out of 10.
That's your score? I was going to ask you. What's your score for
9 out of 10.
Okay, boom.
And I might... No, I don't. No. It's only the last 2 get 9 out of 10. All the others are 10 out of 10.
Score-wise, I'm going to go with this 8 out of 10 for the 8th film in the franchise. Very good watch.
I think you'll go up to a 9 when you watch it.
I might. But it dragged a lot for me. There was just certain points. I am a Mission fan, and it dragged a bit for me. Bit too much exposition, too much entity, submarine, key, throwback, rabbit's foot.
But I like that. That element was good.
I did like it, but when I've got 8 MacGuffins,
I know.
To juggle at the same time,
I know.
Just a bit too much.
Do you know what I rated that?
I didn't like his underwater. The whole underwater scene.
Yeah, it bothered me a bit.
I didn't care about it.
Yeah, it bothered me a bit still.
Yeah, nearly fell asleep. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I give you that.
To see.
give you that.
So I'm
But
just
the
gonna go
tension
8.
was still kind of high, even though it was annoying. I did not, when he cut his suit open, I said, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, this is kind of stupid now.
It was just for you to show that you can do it.
Yeah, because I was thinking like, okay, cool. And then he actually took the whole friggin' breather off. Do you know how deep waters he was in? Yeah, that's the part where it went a bit too far for me.
Yeah.
And Mission has never done that before, as in go too far. We always know the missions are too far, but this was one where I was like, dude, you're dead.
Yeah.
There's no way. No one saved you from that. Hypothermia, are we just going to ignore hypothermia?
No, not for Ethan. Not for Ethan.
Yeah. So this is why this one is at the bottom. But I still watch it. I still like it.
Yeah. No, I don't. I'm going to look forward to watching it again, man. And I'm looking forward to finally being able to watch 1 through to 8, the Reckoning Saga, all of that. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. People, if you agree or you disagree, let us know what you thought about the most recent Mission Impossible, the Final Reckoning. Also, let us know what your Mission Impossible ranking is. Where do you put? Are we wilding out? Is 3 your number? But is 3 your best? Is 8 your best? Is this your favorite mission? Some people loved Dead Reckoning. Okay, not that many people don't love Dead Reckoning, but some people did. Let us know how you feel about it in the comments, man. If you could drop a like and a subscribe, that would be much appreciated, man. I know I always ask, but it really does help the growth of the channel, man. It truly does, man. So again, thank you guys for watching, and as always, I've been your boy Enigma,
and I've been your boy Kwame, and we've been the two ManDem that talk movies. We out. Peace.